So major social events can be a big problem for me. Hi, I'm Shannon. I'm autistic. I also I'm self-diagnosed BPD, borderline personality disorder, and I endured childhood trauma, which resulted in the BPD. So as an autistic, I don't like a lot of noise, a lot of people. So that can make like parties, celebrations, stuff like that, a problem for me. But being BPD, I also want to feel that connection. I want to try and I want to socialize because I want that connection with other people. This can make it very difficult because being that I endured childhood trauma, my head is always on a swivel. What I mean by childhood trauma is I was bullied severely in school, in middle school, broken collarbone, concussions. I was bullied by my peers. I was bullied by teachers. I was bullied by administration. I was bullied by family. And it was really rough on me. I tried to overcome it, to ignore it throughout my 20s and most of my 30s. But then I realized the reason for a lot of my personality traits, and it was due to that childhood trauma. So being in large crowds with a lot of noise, it makes me want to wear earplugs or headphones, noise canceling something, because it's too overstimulating for me. But at the same time, I can't, because my head is always on a swivel, always looking for the next problem, the next danger. I can't relax, no matter what I try. If I have two noise canceling things in, I'm constantly looking around. If I leave one out, it allows me to hear. And being autistic, our senses are, I don't want to say enhanced, that's not the right word for it, more attuned. Just like smells, the way things feel is a lot different than neurotypicals. And you might say to yourself, well, why do you put yourself into those situations anyway? If you're autistic, you have childhood trauma, you can't stand them. And the answer is, because of my BPD, I want to interact. I want to be able to socialize, to have that connection. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to feel abandoned by society, technically. So I put myself into those situations in an attempt to feel that connection, to feel that attachment. And it's really rough because being autistic, I don't really know how to socialize. I try to force small talk and I end up just stumped on what to say next. I can't carry on conversations naturally unless it has to do with some of my special interests. But at the same time, I want that feeling of humanness, you know, and it's like I'm being torn apart. I'm being torn in 3 different directions. You got the trauma side that wants to feel that connection, that's pulling me to socialize. You have the autistic side that is pulling me to be introverted, to be away from the overstimulation. Then you have that BPD side, or no, the trauma side. BPD side is pulling me to the socialization. The trauma side is making me constantly aware of everything that's going on. It's feeding the overstimulation of the autism. It's not only confusing, it's very aggravating. It's very painful. So a lot of times when I'm in social situations like that, I need someone with me. This is one of those times when I need support. Strong support needs during social situations like this. I need someone with me as a buffer. Someone who can take some of that pressure away from me. Someone who can help focus my attention. Someone who can calm me whenever I'm overstimulated. And it can be rough. Back before I disowned most of my family, we would go to holiday dinners and stuff like that, cookouts and stuff, and there would be a lot of people. And I would usually end up sitting off to the side somewhere by myself or with my wife. There were times that my wife couldn't make it, so it was just me by myself. And it's a very lonely feeling. And I would get asked why I'm not socializing. And that's why. Because of my autism, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to enter into conversations. I can try, but it's going to be very one-sided, and the conversation is going to get changed very quickly, and I'm not going to be able to keep up. And so I'm just standing there looking stupid, and then I walk away. And then with all the other stuff, it becomes overwhelming, and I end up being one of the first to leave. So think about that. If you have an autistic person in your life, if you have someone with BPD, childhood trauma in your life, that is what they're going through. A lot of autistic people have all three: autism, BPD, childhood trauma, because, especially if they're late diagnosed, because they went through that trauma due to not being diagnosed, due to being the outsider, and not knowing why. But anyway, how do you like my shirt? Do you even stim, bro? I got this quote from Quinn Pratt, the Go F Yourself Karen guy here on TikTok. He's got a nonprofit called Children of Autism. Head on over to the website. Get yourself a shirt. I'm not making any money off of this. I'm not getting any kickbacks or anything. I just really like this shirt. The only problem I found was the tag, which it's easy to tear off. And I've ordered a 4X because I like loose fitting clothes. And I don't like anything close to my neck. And this is perfect, you know? I don't have to cut it like I do a lot of shirts in order to keep it away from my neck. I love it. I got my son the same one in medium youth. He likes it, fits fine. He put it on over another t-shirt because he didn't want to have to get up. So check it out, childrenofautism.com.